Good morning. Good morning. All righty. So, all right. It is December 18th, 2021, of course. Let us not forget. But welcome to Mid Morning Medium Chat with Adam the Black Swamp Medium. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, oh, definitely an interesting morning so far. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Carmen. Good morning, Shannon. Hello, Nicole. Good morning. Um, it's weird. I had all these. We're still gonna. I have other things I'm going to talk about, but it's really well. I mean, there's an odd. Geez, I don't even know where to start. Hey Heather. Good morning. Um, geez, oh Pete, I'm all over the place. Hey Valerie. Good morning. Uh, so I got a. Wow, this is horrible. Thanks, Nicole. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Um, yeah, okay. So, good morning, Sharon. So let's do this. I said I wrote stuff down and I'm trying to muscle through it. Uh, so let's just do this. Because this just basically is going on right at the moment. And um, I'm doing the show for multiple reasons. And part of it is the reason why I'm going to be saying what I'm about to say, which isn't like the worst thing ever, but why I'm going to be telling everybody this is because obviously you guys are going to help me out to get through the end of the show. Uh, so about the last hour, I slept great, can't complain, even though I was up a little bit later than normal. But hey, good morning, Margaret. And uh, but it was Friday night. It was yesterday was my final on site where I get to go, drive an hour away for work. So it was my final time driving up there because then next Monday through Thursday I'm working from home. So that was great, and so I was up just a little late, but not too bad. And so I'm up, slept in, which isn't much sleeping in because it was 6 o'clock. So to me, that's sleeping in because the alarm didn't go off at 3:30. So that's why I said 6 a.m. is better is pretty good sleeping in. So, but I woke up fine, no big deal. And then about the last hour, I've been just slowly going downhill. And I'm smiling and laughing through it because it's going to help me get through. But so normally you guys wouldn't know about it because I would hide it or I would just post about it. I would literally just, say something, say what's going on, and then you guys can just read it. But normally you don't get to see me in the middle of something and then talk about it at the same time. So I'm truly, I'm truly in the middle of an anxiety attack right now. Um, um, I'm hurting bad right now, and it's weird because it's it is pretty physical. It's like I've got a lot of pain right now, like physical pain. So which is normal for me because of the fact of when I go through anxiety or panic attack, this is just how it is. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was weird because it was fine. Everything was great, no issues, and I'm trying to figure it out, but I wanted to, focus on the show as well. But part of this will start to ease on me. Good morning, Tanya. And it distracts me, you know what I mean? Because the things I've learned from counselors that, I had a couple friends that were counselors, and so just kind of getting tidbits and things from them. So it was like, okay, part of it is distracting. It's just finding what distractions you can find that's going to help. Well, obviously hanging out with everybody, that's always a great distraction for me. So I guarantee by the end of it, I won't be in so much pain and then uh, you know freaking out. But not that I'm freaking out, because you can tell. I mean, if it was, I mean, this is a good medium for me because I can judge where I'm at, and this is a good medium size, and still functional. I can still do everything, even when it's really bad. It's not. I'm still able to function. I can still pull it together and stuff. And it's not like I curl up in a ball, that kind of thing. I've been dealing with it for so many years now that you just learn how to get through it. So Thanks everybody. I'm looking at all your comments and things. Um, so yeah, it was weird. I don't know where it came from because, like I said, I quickly was thinking about it, and I don't know where it's stemming from because usually I can figure out where it is. You know what I mean? Where it starts from, and I just don't at the moment. So I'm not sure, but give me some time. A little bit later on today, I got some more distractions going on. So my day is going to be a little busy and things. So I'll have plenty of time to think about it and things. But it's cool. Like I said, I've been ironically, compared to the last several weeks, this week finally was getting decent. I wasn't was feeling a lot better about stuff and things were moving along, made some decisions, which is one thing I'm going to be talking about. And I just you know, was getting into this weekend. I was like, man, this is kind of cool. I'm feeling great, for a change. You know what I mean? I feel like, all the astrological events that's been going on has just been wreaking havoc on me. Been, a lot of people are full moon energy. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, yeah, there's been so many of them and they've just beat me down every single time. And it's like I've said it, some publicly and then privately to some people. I'm just like, man, I just want to break. And it's sad is that I just want to get out of this month so that like, it's just over with. Not that I really want to race through the holidays that much, but yeah, it's crazy. Um well, thanks, Shannon. um yeah, I mean, well, and that's the thing is most people wouldn't when I go through stuff and I just thought it would make sense. It's weird because there's some sadness, knowing that, this is the last show I'm doing for 2021 because next Saturday, a week from today, is Christmas Day, and then New Year's Day the following week. So I know nobody's going to be wanting to watch the show Christmas morning because I have kids and I'm sure they're going to be wanting to open presents instead of saying, oh no, you got to wait for me to do my show. So um, so that's not going to happen. But and New Year's Day we're all hungover anyway, so who wants to wake up and try to listen to me blab blab away. But I am notorious for hiding these kind of things, but I just thought it was interesting to bring it up because like I said, normally I post about it, so it's not a big deal, but then you can kind of tell even me looking at myself in the camera. I'm just like, yeah, I don't my eyes don't look right. So Merry Christmas, Candace. Yep, blessed Jewel. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's not something I can escape, and um it's just one of those things you deal with it, and that's what I'm doing. So but other than that, so it's just some of the things that obviously I wanted to mention, like I just did. Obviously the holidays, being that my morning show is then, and even then, even if I was to decide to try to do something on Sundays, it's better to just stick to the same routine and things like that. It's one thing where it's been weeks that I haven't done anything, and then I would try to squeeze it in. But like I said, the holidays are special to everybody. Whether you have, all kinds of friends and family that you're going to be with, or if it's even if it's smaller, that it's times to just, be around people if you can. I know, there's a lot of things going on out there that might be jeopardizing a lot of everybody's plans, and again, it's stuff that I don't like to talk about on the show because that's not where this needs to be. But that's the whole point, is that, hopefully everybody is going to be safe. Hopefully everybody will still be able to enjoy the holidays. And even if for some strange reason you can't go see somebody, or you yourself has to stay home, just know that everybody's, we're all surrounded. People have been talking, like Debbie wrote, group hug, for everything. And like I said, we're all in this. Shannon said it too, we're all in this together. So I mean, just always know that there's people thinking about you, and um, you know it, things are what they are. There's not a ton that we can do to change things, but we can certainly put our best intentions, our positive energies out there, and then let the universe take hold of it, and then return it back to us when it needs to be. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I'm excited. Again, like I said, it'll be great to be with family. I'll be doing things, doing several of them, as long as everybody's still healthy. But Friday, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then I'll have a little bit of a break. And then New Year's Eve, I usually will do kind of a twofer party. Hey, Jeff, good morning. And I will do a twofer on New Year's Eve where I'll do half of it'll be the last Christmas, and then partying for New Year's, for the ball to drop for 2022. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm just kind of curious. I mean, let me know in the comments, what are you guys up to? You guys have any big plans? You guys keeping it simple? Hey, Tim, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys got any like plans. I mean, even if it's simple, you know what I mean? But let me know. Well, thank you, sir. Yours is always looking pretty good too. See that I straightened what I could, but this was about an hour ago, so you can see it's already flaring out. But didn't put anything in it. Just kind of ironed it out. You know what I mean? So got it straight at least. But yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys are up to. Good morning, Donna. I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of curious what you guys are. Tim, I actually do, and I would have thought of doing that. I really do. I do have beard lights and ornaments. I just was not doing so well because you missed the beginning. I'm truly like, and for people that are just jumping and that didn't know this already, but I'm actually in the middle of an anxiety attack. So amazing that I'm still able to, do things like this. But like I said, I'm used to dealing with it and rolling around. Oh, hello, Joanna. Thank you for joining us from the Philippines. That's awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I mean, that's why I'm not like all prepared. I wanted to do more Christmassy things, but I just my mind the last hour and 15 minutes has been trying to distract myself enough to where I didn't have to be so beat up going live. But I didn't want to miss the show, and I knew since it wasn't the worst that it could be, I still able to function and talk to you guys and finish out with the last show of the year. But like I said, okay, so we got through the holiday stuff because like I said, I'm looking at my cheat sheet. Don't forget, we still have some important things coming up. We're on the 18th, so we have a few days, 3 days to be exact, that we got the winter solstice coming. So there's another big, powerful day that's going to be happening. So hopefully everybody will, buckle up for that. You know what I mean? But so we'll just deal with it. And I am excited. I do always I do like the winter solstice. I mean, it's if a lot of times we think about it, yeah, it's the shortest day of the year, and there's not so much light, but at the same time, it's always neat to think that, we're at that middle cycle that's 6 months to where now we're going to have everything start to come back again, and they start to be reborn again. That's the whole thing, is even though we're really truly getting into winter, so we still got a few more months, especially for those in the colder regions of the world that have to deal with some frigid temperatures, snow, ice, just a blending of everything. But we still have to deal with that. But it's always nice to know that at least the light is going to keep growing, and we're going to be getting to the point where we're going to be back into the warmer months again. And we just got to look down the road. So let's see. I'm just reading a couple of the comments real quickly. Cool, Shannon. That's awesome. That's great, Tim. Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys will have wonderful times. Hey, good morning, Linda. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are improving still. And yeah, so like I said, make sure for the 21st you guys are buckled up. If I'm not mistaken, I forgot to. I looked it up once, but if I'm not mistaken, oh my gosh, there you go, Linda. That's fantastic. Yeah, but you know what? What did we talk about? Privately. You know what I said? He. So, Linda, we're making steps. That's the important thing. So it's okay. Little steps though. Oh, really, Tim? Yeah, that's an interesting site. snow on top. I know we're just getting pummeled with rain right now. So it's we were in that weird line where everything above us, which was pretty much over the border into Michigan, was getting snow, and then all of us, in Ohio and stuff, were getting rain. So we got spared, but the temperatures are like in the mid 30s, so it's going to be rough here. But so I'm just dealing with rain, but it's flooding in my backyard of how much rain we have gotten so far. So that's not too cool. But yeah. Uh, so other than that, and the other thing too is real quickly with the solstice and stuff, make sure you guys, put some, intentions out there, just sort of like even with New Year's, we always, there's the big thing of New Year's resolutions and things. Well, still, you really do that on, the winter solstice. That's really when at least with nature and the way the stars and the planets are all aligning, that's usually a better time to do it. Not that you can't do it on New Year's Day, but I would start at least thinking about it now, so you have a couple days to get that in. So that's awesome, Debbie. That'll be great. Woo. All right. So, okay. All right. So, okay. Like I said, I had a few things we were talking about, and we're, doing really well on time. Couple of things that we're going on. Here's some of the talking points I was going to hit when it comes to some of the decisions that I've been mentioning for the last several weeks. And so maybe some of you will be like, oh yeah, he was talking about that, but I have to change them dramatically. Let's see. Shannon, what are you saying? I've been following quite a few people. There are lots of guided meditation being offered 21st. That's awesome. Here, I'm going to throw that up real quick. Right. Absolutely. A lot of, exactly. I like that. A lot of opportunities for upgrades and stuff like that. Thank you, Shannon. So I mentioned literally for several weeks and even sometimes for months, I had to, obviously with this being the final morning show of 2021, I thought about, would it be better to, throw some pop-up shows in there, do a couple in there, maybe do a reading show, maybe do some music, which I didn't really mention that one, but I, was thinking I might be able to squeeze that in there. And it's weird is almost every single time I've kind of gave you guys a sneak peek at it, or I typed it out in a post, it's always the very next day. It's almost like my guides were just like just taking a big stick and whacking me over the head. Okay. All right, Sharon, have a good one. And I felt like I kept getting hit over the head because as soon as I'd make, a statement like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. I think this will be kind of fun, and I get hit, and then it's just like, nope. And I laugh about it because I really was trying to fight it and I wasn't listening, which, I always tell you got to listen to the messages. And most of the time I do, but I was so determined in that I was going to fight through it, but they kept fighting back harder, which I appreciate it that they did because they knew that I knew that it was going to eventually make sense to me. It just took a few good hits in the head to shake some of the cobwebs off. So I understood what the heck was going on. But yeah, because of everything that's been going on with a lot of the astrological events and everything just tearing me up sometimes for days, on end, and where I'm just struggling, just to focus on certain things and to be able to do readings when I'm in the middle of, like today. This would be a horrible time for me to try to do a reading because I wouldn't bet on anything, I'd say. That's just me personally coming through. That's not saying that the guides aren't going to give me accurate information, but this would be a rough one today to do that. And yeah, so it's just, that's where I have to try to be smart about things, and I do have to listen to it. And I think I feel worse that, one thing that kills me, which, it's on my mind, but at the same time I understand it, but I'm human, you still can kind of appreciate the desire to want to do things. But like this year has been pretty rough on me spiritually. I've had to stop doing a lot of readings. It's one thing to get like a real quick one little thing here and there, but to do anything long term, it's just been tough because of I just don't know what each day is going to bring for me. And the closer we've got to here at this point, in the I just been getting, days where I just can't do it. And it's not that I don't want to do it, because gosh, no, I want to do this so badly because I love to do it. But when you just feel horrible and you know that you're releasing, you're purging, you're upgrading, which was a big part of this year, just so many things were just kind of one after the other that I just couldn't, you know, uh, do it. And that's the thing, there you go, Tim. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. I know, and I have, and I've talked about it. I have tested myself, a couple times where I had a day where I'm feeling good. So I like did something real quick and it was a, normal standard reading. And, sure, it worked out, but it was a moment that I felt okay. But that was because knew what it was, So it could be, Carmen. Yeah, it certainly could be. But, that's the thing is there's so much that I've been beat up over the year, and I don't say beat up in a bad way. It's just it's unusual for me to like I said, I in the past couple of years, we've seen, I've talked about it, and for those that are more newer to following me, I've hey, I got to be down for a couple of weeks. I got to push any readings, anybody out a little bit, and no big deal. And then I'd be okay, I'd recover, and then back in, to helping out. And then, but this year, just so many different things were hitting me more than normal. And I agree with Carmen, and that, yeah, there might be something bigger down the road, and there's been some, thoughts on that. What could it be? And it'll be good things, but obviously I have to get a lot of stuff off of me, out of me, off of me, however you want to word it, because there's a you know it just can't be there if I'm going to be doing something down the road. And obviously, you know, I'll be given the correct information at the right time. So, and I'm not going to go fighting for it. The curiosity is always there. You want to know, but at the same time, if it's not abundantly clear right away, there's no reason to go, you know, I'm not going to go, clawing and scratching at, information. Not that my guides, and everything else that follows me and supports me is gonna, not give me the information. But then again, they might wait because I might not be ready to receive that. They want all this other stuff off of me first, so that way I will be ready for the correct information. So I get that, which is why I'm not like eager to jump at it. I mean, I want to know. The logical mind still wants to know, but at the same time, I understand it, and I don't fight it. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, right, Shannon. Yep. I've known a lot of people too that have lost pets the last like week or two. And so, and so that's what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna sit there and talk about any of the pop-ups anymore. Because it just wouldn't be right. And I'm not one to tease people, and keep you guys, on the edge of your seats waiting for something to happen. I try not to do that. If I'm serious about it, I'm going to give you the information and then bam, I'm going to hit you. And yeah, Tim, I mean, it's been happening, buddy. I mean, it's definitely been happening. But I it's not right. And again, I don't want to be, 50%, or or less, and try to give you guys anything, especially anybody that wants something personal or private. And we're spending time, when I'm available. And again, if I can't do something, I still am going to feel bad about it. I mean, everybody's been, that I've ever worked with and given readings to and stuff, like, has always been really appreciative. And but you obviously you still have the ones out there that are going to be all like, upset and stuff, if you can't get information. But that's the thing is, it's not like this stuff is perfectly easy to do. We're not robots, you know what I mean? And Tim can easily verify that one. So, you know, we can't always you know, you're not putting a couple coins in the machine and then hitting the give me a reading now button. Hey, Samantha. So it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, we have bad days just like everybody. And that's why I've talked about my bad days, which part of me feels bad that I've had to share so much this year, but I just want people to understand that, nobody is robots. We can't do this. Right. Exactly, Debbie. Oh my God. I can't even imagine if I was a product from Amazon. Woo! That would be interesting. you, you, am I, am I, you guys got to get your prime shipping. Am I going to just show up in a big, big crate? You guys got to pop them. It's going to say fragile on the side of the box. So you guys have to be careful opening it with the, hammer and crowbar. It's a major award. Good movie. Good movie, Christmas Story. So, but yeah, so, like I said, we anybody that does readings, made in Italy, that must be Italian. No, I think it says fragile. Oh. There you go, Rachel. Wow, that's even better. Oh, wish.com. Yeah, but you guys would get a heck of a deal on that one. A reading for like $2 or something. But it'll cost you like $2, but it'll take you, about 30 days to receive. Oh man. Okay, that was great. So, but that's the thing is I've always appreciated you guys and the support. And, like I said, a lot of you have been so patient and, some of you have asked for things and I just, I've had to tell you I can't, and again, it's not like I, when I say I can't, it's not taken lightly. It's, it's sucks. Like I said, I want to do this. This is what I love to do. But at the same time, this has been one of those years that, man, it just you gotta just grin and bear it and accept what's going on, release what doesn't need to be there, even if I don't know what it is, because sometimes I don't know what I'm getting rid of. And then receive the upgrades that are coming down and applying that, which has happened. My healing has changed this year. And that's well, Tim, you've always been my hero, man. I try to pick your brain, once in a while, see what kind of info, is still useful in there. But I'm kidding. He knows that. That's the great, humor we have back and forth. But and we do, and Tim, you're right. We do. How many years has it been now? This might be the second or third year in a row that we at least 2 full years. I think we said, yeah, we're going to do something. We're going to do something. And then we all get kind of going sideways. And, obviously, the pandemic and stuff has kind of screwed a few things, with happening. But, at the same time, we understand. But that's the thing is Tim and I would both agree that when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And it was meant to be best beard of 21. I still have contemplated joining the I think it's beard.com. Yeah, there's a company like you can register your beard, and be a part of the group type of thing. So I've thought about it. I mean, I haven't gotten rid of it, lately. So, but yeah, there you go, Shannon. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is, Tim and I have talked a little bit, like just throwing a few ideas back and forth, but again, since things were still kind of closed and like I said, he's done some things, I've done some things, and it's just one of those, it'll happen. Everything's just got to line up when it does. And we keep talking, we share things and stuff like that. There ain't no more useful info. Exactly. I love the way you spelled that too. That's even better. Here, let me put that up. But so like I said, that's the cool thing about once we get into 22, I'm saying 22 and well, it's not like I'm 2022, but once we get into next year, I'm definitely gonna, that first week or so, I'm gonna definitely see how things are feeling, see where I'm at, so I probably will do, kind of if I'm doing well, I'll slowly start doing a couple little things, and I'll start picking it up a little bit more and more. There's still opportunities that you're coming up, to keep people interested. We should be getting close, whether it's the end of this month or in January. We should be announcing the the class that got me started, which was called Shamanic Journeys. That should be pretty darn close to being finalized. The date, we have one weekend that we're looking at, and like I said, there's still some other discussion, but that should be interesting. Hey, what's up, Dad? They were we there's it's close. It's really close. Like I said, we have to do some interesting things to finalize it. And like I said, if that happens, I want to get that, over to you guys as fast as possible, because I know that you guys have heard me talk about it. You've some of you are interested, some of you want to, kind of take a step forward. And like I said, the Shamanic Journeys class isn't about mediumship. That's a whole nother realm that is not taught there. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. And the shamanic stuff is to get you learning that you do have guides and angels that are around you. You learn how to tap into them and use them for the basics of life. Certain questions you want to go to. You're not feeling well, you can do a little bit of healing even on yourself. So there is some cool things that Shamanic Journeys class will bring to you guys, and we're gonna offer that up. And got a special location that we're looking at. Hey, good morning, Rodney. And like I said, I'm super excited, because again, this is my friend who runs the school. And I'll just go ahead and mention it, because like I said, it'll definitely be posted through there. So when we get the date announced, you'll buy tickets through there. But the school, and like I said, I've been going to this school for years, actually since 2005. And they teach multiple different things, but the Shamanic Journeys is like this sort of offshoot of the class because of everything else they teach. But the school is Midwest Native Skills Institute, and it's out of Cleveland. And most of the time it's all about, survival. If you're out, in the woods and you're in a situation where, you have to, survive overnight, or you have to survive a few days and you don't have a lot of supplies, or you're whatever, it got lost, or things like that. And it's been useful information. I mean, whether you have equipment or you don't have equipment. And they teach plant classes, how to identify the right plants, how to use them, for medicinal and eating. So I said the school is fantastic, and for so many different levels. But the Shamanic Journeys class that he teaches, is amazing. So I partnered up with him. So I'm basically I don't have time for all the survival stuff like I used to, but I want to be a part of anytime we're going to teach Shamanic Journeys 1 and 2. So it's going to be a great time. Like I said, we have to nail out the date. We got one in mind, but we want to nail that out. But I think, like I said, for those that are just interested, now it's, again, you don't have to worry about anything being right. There you go, Tim. You don't have to worry about things that, it's not a religious class. But if you are religious, it's not going to take away from your beliefs or anything like that. In fact, it enhances it. So, it is definitely open to everybody of all walks of life, all faiths. It's I can't talk it up enough because of where it's gotten me. You know what I mean? There's so many things that stemmed from taking that and the other classes that they offered, the survival stuff, but it's all brought me to nature. It's reconnected me with nature like I loved when I was a kid. And no, there's probably no Bigfoots in that area. So at least that I'm aware of. But just, native spirits and things of that sort. But so it'll be great. And like I said, it'll be a good time. It'll be well, that's the thing is, we want a weekend, because I know that a lot of you still work, and so you'd have to take time off. and to try to do something during the week. I know it can be a lot rougher. So we'll see. Like I said, we got to play around with some ideas, but like I said, we want to, make it to where you guys have plenty of time to set some money aside. It shouldn't break the bank for you guys. It'll be reasonable. There will be food included. So, we will, do a lot of basic things. So, I mean, like pasta and simple breakfasts, like oatmeal and things. So it's not like, you know, crazy things, but just stuff that won't take very long. And even then, depending on how many of you sign up, that'll depend too. Uh, but we'll have opportunities to where you can actually camp on site if you want to. Be a little bit more primitive, even though we will have access to bathrooms and things, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you don't want to, sleep on site, hotels are going to be about 10-15 minutes away, so you can certainly do that. Yep. And it like I said, it's gonna be pretty powerful. It's gonna be magical. It's gonna be just amazing. And the more people that do make it makes the class just so much better. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6 people is great. If we could get 10, 15, be amazing. Now, good thing is we want to do it where the weather's not as bad. Obviously, we can't control rain, but we have opportunities to, get out of the rain, but we want to do it to where we're going to be outside as much as possible. So, anybody worried about, pandemic kind of things, because we know it's still going to be around for a while, we'll be out, we'll still have plenty of room to move about and things of that sort. So there'll be a lot of, easy situations that shouldn't, put anybody or make anybody uncomfortable. But like I said, there'll be a lot of fun there, especially getting, a lot of you that do come out, I mean, obviously some has never met each other other than just like in, other shows and chats and stuff like that. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time. And, you guys it'll change a lot of things for you, especially the more you get into it, the more open you're. I mean, I don't want, like anything, you got to believe in. If this is calling to you, then it's something you should definitely consider. Now, if it doesn't appease and doesn't make any, it's like, don't go just to go. You really want to feel that calling, which is what I did. I felt the calling for it, and it's changed my life. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this stuff, I don't think, if I wouldn't have went and did that. It was a burning desire to do it, just like to play the Native American flute. Same school as where I heard it in person for the first time. So I mean, it's just one of those things. It pulls at you, and when it pulls at you, you just don't want to let go of it. You want to hold on to it and really immerse yourself in it. And like I said, always want to be open to it and just let it happen naturally. So like I said, that's something that should be happening soon, whether we decide officially by the end of this year, in a couple weeks, or in January. But like I said, save up a couple $100. I'm just going to throw that out there. And then if you don't want to stay on site, then obviously you'll probably need a few bucks more, for a hotel. But like I said, if you guys start saving, because now that we'll get out of, the holidays and you won't be spending as much, you can start putting get your piggy banks out and start dumping in your little extras. That's true, Debbie. You're right. But that's my point. And even then, you don't have to truly look at it as shamanic too, or a shamanic wording. Like I said, just learning to communicate with your guides is really the bulk of it. And we're going to be doing exercise. You're going to be doing so much meditation. You guys are going to be expert, meditators, at the end of it. So, but that's awesome. There you go, Tim. I mean, I heard they're going to eliminate the weightlifting for the 2028 Olympics. So, maybe we'll get beard, the beard, sessions in there. So no banjo. It's not that far out in the sticks. But yeah, so that'll be kind of cool. So yeah, keep watching. Like I said, it'll happen. You'll definitely hear about it here, and then I'll be directing everybody to the website if you want to start, getting your tickets ahead of time for the weekend. So be ready for that. Other than that, and this will be perfect because with 20 minutes left, And by the way, it's 10:10, so all you numbers people, so I'm gonna put that in there. Girl Jen should be watching, so she'll appreciate the number. um, but I also wanted to just kind of see what you guys are kind of interested in. Like I said, the morning show will definitely be back in January, which I think it was the 8th. I think it was 7th or 8th. And so that's not going anywhere, obviously. Double checking. Yeah, the 8th. So I will be back officially for morning shows on the 8th. And but I was kind of curious of, do you guys still like the format? Do you guys still like the way this is going? I mean, I'm happy with it, but like I said, it's never always been about, heavy on the guest, bringing in, because again, a lot of people don't want to wake up this early, and we do have a lot of people that watch this back later on or listen to the audio version of it. So I get that, but like I said, this is fun for me. I like waking up. I like being able to throw all these things that have been going out there, and again, kind of helps us get into our day. And I think you guys have all agreed to that. But if there's anything you guys would just have some suggestions, you can do that in the comments now, or you can hit me up later in private. If there's something you'd like to see, or maybe you're dying for me to bring somebody back on there, like Tim Shaw. We could pick his brain some more, and see how much more he's got left to offer us as far as information goes. So, so um but and like I said, I know not everybody out there is going to be wanting to wake up this early to do a show, and I understand that. But like I said, for me, it's great because again, that concept of being able to roll out of bed and be like, hey, all right, Rodney, you have a good one. Have a great weekend, sir. For us to roll out of bed again, sometimes we dream of things. Sometimes we've pondered stuff, like, well, I always wondered about this. And that's the whole cool thing about why I wanted to do it so early in the morning, because we haven't set out. We're not running to go and do something right away. We're still just, we're still wiping the, the eye boogers out of your eyes and stuff, So, oh, well, let's see. What do we got, Shannon? Hold on. Okay, 10:10. According to the that's great angel number, you're in the cusp of something miraculous. Trust the gods and angels are one and are with you. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. See, and that goes like with Carmen saying earlier, maybe there's something big in the future. You're all right, Tim. Well, I'll take whatever slim pickings I can get out of it. So yeah, Jeff, don't get me started about my dreams last night. Can someone cast a spell on you through dreams? Ooh, that's a whole nother topic, Jeff. I would hope that nobody is truly doing that, unless you're just envisioning that was happening to you. So hopefully it's not the real thing. And it's just a dream, because even then that message could be something, we can get into that offline, so we can talk offline about that. So, oh, what do we got, Valerie? When you walk barefoot outside, do you ground automatic, or do you say a mantra or to connect to the earth? That's a great question, and I don't have a problem answering it. So when I, usually I go out my back door and there's a deck, and when I open the door, I've done it now for so many years that, it's so automatically triggered that the soul just talks about it without even me consciously saying it in my head or out verbally, because it's just so but in the beginning, you first have to overcome the coldness, or if you're in a hot situation, you have to deal with the warm temperatures. So first off, it's to get past the whole cold thing. So essentially I'm talking to the cold, telling it, we're not going to deal with this right now. I'm not going to be out here that long. So there's a funny thing that truly is going on behind the scenes. But when I go through that, as soon as I make that first step, it's almost like, not actually, but in a way, if you imagine being electrocuted, which is horrible, don't do that. But you have that electrical connection. So even for me, standing on the deck, which is still connected to the ground at first, there's that shooting connection that just goes deep, and I can't even see how deep it goes, because it's pretty darn deep, which is usually going all the way down to the middle. But that connection's so quick that I automatically can feel the relief, because I've already pushed the coldness stuff out of there. So I'm truly feeling that grounding. So immediately I'm giving thanks more than anything, is that I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this at this moment. And anything that needs to get off of me, get out of me, there's the exit. We're standing on it. And so even when I walk in the grass, it's just consciously feeling every step and just knowing that you're connecting, not on a physical plane but also on a spiritual. So there's a hand in hand situation. And that the more you do it, yes, in the beginning, you might have to, especially if you're going to do snow walk. Like I said, I don't normally tell people, you guys know, I don't tell people to just do the snow walks right away. If you haven't, you'd really want me to be there with you, because there's things that I'm going to be talking to you to get you through it, because that's works better. It's hard to do it over the phone or in a video chat to get you to do it in person. It'd be better to work with somebody, to get through it, because it's a monumental step. So, but but hopefully that's close to what you were thinking. But yeah, it's so routine, and I just so used to just automatically, it all flows through before I can even consciously think about it, which is like getting a reading, or me giving a reading. The messages are there. I'm not consciously thinking of them because they're already, coming out. They're saying this and that. So that's what I like about it. So it's unconsciously thinking about it, and it's just happening. So I missed a couple, lots of crazy dreams. Yeah, see, now that could be with the full moon that happened last night. Yeah, Carmen, Rachel, and Jeff, I see that. Jen was talking about the 1010. One is a new beginning. 0 is the point of the womb creation, divine feminine. So the impetus of the manifesting something new. There you go. There you go. I love that. Thank you, Jen, for putting that in there. Okay. Yeah, Dad, don't walk in the yellow snow. That wouldn't be good for you. Not that you probably have to worry about that too much. You don't have dogs anymore, so I think you're good. So you could just go for it and just kind of trudge through. Um, but it's cool. Like I said, I was curious, and obviously nobody really had anything they wanted me to add or change differently to the show, which is cool. Like I said, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I wouldn't have really done any dramatic changes and like completely changed the format type of thing. But like I said, I still like waking up. I still like doing this, and the only thing it would do is maybe create, maybe another show. That's literally just thinking of that right at the second, to where maybe it is a little bit later in the day, or it's, during the week, the hard part for me is I'm going to have to look down the future. Psychic, you know what I mean? But I know once I start getting into the fall and stuff, majority of my weekdays are going to be shot, due to my daughter, and she does rowing. So she's going to be on the high school team next year because she'll be a freshman. So the practices and things are going to really eat up majority of my week. So it's going to be rough. And then Saturdays, that's another thing that might be rough, because a lot of the regattas, as they call them, or we would think competitions, are happening on Saturdays, and some of them, they're all over the place. That some of them they're going to take hours to drive to. We might have to be leaving the day before. So even then, some of the Saturday shows down the road, may have to get bumped to a Sunday or something, just because I might not be able to do it. Or there is a feature that I want to try real quick at some point. I can record a show. Obviously, I would not see any of your comments whatsoever, but I'd be able to record an entire show and then post it just like you would like a podcast or something. But I can do it. Still see video of me talking. Granted, again, I would not see anything you guys are talking about. So I'd really have to be topic focused on it and then run right through it. But those are some other little things I want to do logistically that might happen, that if there's a bad day that I can't do it, either I'll move it if you guys are cool with that. And if I can't move it, then I'll try the record feature, record the show, and then post it. So that's one thing I want to do, over the next couple weeks, is, even though I'm not working, well, I have to still work next week, Monday through Thursday. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going against any of the decisions where I'm doing things. I'm just trying stuff out. And I want to see how that record feature works. So I might just do something for like 10 minutes and then post it and then just see what you guys think and see if it works out. So that'll be something to test. Um, anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of cool. But like I said, it'd be neat to do, to possibly come up with maybe another show to where it's, because I know a lot of people aren't awake yet, and so there's a lot of people that don't get to see this show, and um, they either have to watch it back, which even then, their time, is busy, and I get that. And so I never force anybody to watch my show, but I get a lot of you that still sticking with me, so I I can't thank you enough. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool to look into. Like I said, I'm not going to kill myself thinking about all this stuff, but it's on the radar for me to start, figuring things out. And I see what Jeff was saying there. Bi-weekly evening show with Jeff. There, see, there's ideas just like that could possibly happen. I did see, let's see, Jen was putting up there, full moon peaks tonight at 11:36. Thank you, Jen. So keep that in mind. And I know, what was it? Yep. Shannon was saying charging up your crystals for that. Absolutely. There you go, Deb. And I saw Deb's, she's walking barefoot across the lawn to the mailbox. Yep. Okay. Even for a few minutes, it does magic, amazing things. So it doesn't have to be, all day. You know what, Dad, Debbie and I haven't talked about it, for Beyond the Silence, because that's the thing is, we truly have to look. It'd be fine if we do get back into it. That'll be something that the whatever day we air, it's going to have to probably move. Because I know because even in, I don't think I have to worry about it this spring, but the following spring, when after my daughter gets into her rowing, she's going to have competitions and stuff starting in the spring, because she's in 8th grade. She doesn't. So even a year and a half from now, it's going to be rough. So finding a day that's going to work out best that's going to be the hard part. So that's the logistical side of things that's going to be rough, is finding a date that works. Because even then, end of the week, Fridays I could be, the team could be at the old mill hosting things, so I can't say every Friday is going to be, working. And Saturdays, and people have things going on, so and Sunday, again, this is just all stuff that has to be like hashed out and worked out. So I'm not worried or concerned or putting any stress behind it. Like I said, that's it. It would never do that anymore. In the past I would, but I'm not going to do that now. So let's see. Oh, Jen was saying, yeah, I meant to charge my crystals last night because it was the best thing to do prior to the night, the peak of the full moon, but I got home too late. But you still give it out there. I mean, there's other ways to do it. You can still, if you feel up to it. I've always heard people that will put it in running water and let that run for a little while. I've also heard, if you have sage, you can always smudge your crystals and put best intentions and rid them of anything, that any, negative energies that are in and around them. Like I said, there's a few things you can do, but never feel like, that you can't do something to them at any point. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'd be fine. And so there you go. So Shannon was even saying, planning to make some more moon water music. That's awesome. I never thought of that. Absolutely, Debbie. Everything will fall into place. So about 6 more minutes, according to the time. So I'm going to be slowly getting out of here. But yeah, I wanted to finish up, and again, just kind of go back to the point of saying, Merry Christmas to, excuse me. It's that frog in the throat's showing up again. Merry Christmas to all those, happy holidays, or, whatever your faith, if, whatever you celebrate this time of year, I hope it's amazing for you all. I hope you guys do great and have fun with family and friends. And even if for whatever reason you can't because of certain pandemic issues, don't let it ruin everything, still make the best out of it. And, let's just get out of this year, in a few weeks and get into 22 and just try to put those best intentions out there. I mean, we all can do that. It's not like you have to, you know, not put excuse me, I'm gonna take another sip here. Not like you can do you're limited on how many like resolutions or intentions, to put out there for the new year. So definitely uh keep yourself, pushing forward. Don't linger on any, negative vibes or anything like that. Really go into the new year and just be like, hey, let's just get this year going. Let's make everything positive, and and just don't put anything negative. Don't even put a, well, what if, or hopefully this doesn't happen. Don't do that. Don't even put it out there at all. You put anything out there in that sense, there's a good chance it might happen. So only think of positive things as we get into 22, and keep it rolling. Let's just push this stuff and what, behind us. Let's all be happy getting into 22, you know, and we can do it. We can do it. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Sharon. Happy New Year. Um so yeah, gosh, it's been a great year. I mean, in the sense that, we've been able to stick to having, these shows pretty much quite a bit. I mean, I've been trying to keep track of them as far as by seasons go. So that way I have a number that I can always look back at and see where we're at, and, even now, like, I'm kind of breaking the year up at, be 2 seasons a year. And, we've big run this time because I didn't start doing technically season one, at the beginning of this year. But now that we're really calling them as that, it's kind of neat to see the numbers. Hey, Merry Christmas, Ron. And yeah, we're just going to keep rolling into the new year, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep sharing stuff, and you guys have questions or you have topic ideas. Hey, Carrie, good to see you. Merry Christmas. No worries. And so like if there is anything you guys want me to bring up or share, especially if you don't want to mention it in the comment section, definitely hit me up, before, and I'll throw it on the cheat sheet, and we'll talk about it the next week. And or if there's anything that ever I have talked about and you still have questions but you didn't feel comfortable asking in the chat, hit me up privately. We can certainly dive into that a little bit further, or I can explain things maybe a little bit more detailed for you all. And so never feel like you can't don't go throughout the day, if something really is itching away. It's like, man, I wish I would have asked me, you know what I mean? I'm going to answer. I'm going to reply back, maybe not be instantly, but you'll get it back that day or the next day for sure. So definitely hit me up. Like I said, it'd be great to, share some things and answer whatever questions you guys might have or put them on a show. So that'll be awesome. So yes, bless Jewel. Merry Christmas, Rachel. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. It was great meeting you in person this year. That was good stuff. And yeah, gosh, again, it's meant a lot for you guys to keep watching and hanging out. And whether you were seeing it live or you're catching it back at a later time or another day, or listening to the audio only version, I appreciate the support and things. It's always fantastic. Merry Christmas, Tanya. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Nicole. Blessed Yule. Happy New Year. And yeah, gosh, I like I said, I've been so honored, so blessed, and appreciative of everybody and sticking with me, even with me having to kind of cut back a lot of what I've done and not being able to do all the readings and things that I wish I could have. But let's just all get excited and see what happens to me next year. you never know. It might be like, full speed ahead, and then everybody will be writing me or trying to get a message to me, and I can't respond for days because I'm just that busy. So you never know. But well, thanks, Shannon. Yep. Yeah, I see. Well, that's the thing, is I knew by the time I get to the end of the show, I wouldn't feel it anymore, and so I don't. The anxiety's off my back, which is awesome. So but distractions are good. I love this show. I love doing it. So I knew it would just it'd take almost the full hour for it to be off me. So so yes, 10:30, that is it. again, I can't say it enough, and because it's doesn't get any more true than the amount of support, the love, all the great well wishes, and sticking around with me, through this year alone. And it's been, it's been a roller coaster, but that's the way, it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything intentionally to be, knocked down like this, but I know I'm excited to, see what the new year brings for me, and where it'll take me. And, it's, you can knock me down, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stay down there very long. So, I've always been a fighter, and, I take my hits, but at the same time, I get back up every single time, and we keep moving forward. So nothing's gonna slow me down. Nothing's gonna slow me down. So, um, again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. I am, obviously I'll keep posting things. So, don't hesitate to look at my, Black Swamp Medium page for posts and things. Like I said, I'm going to be up there, making sure you guys are doing great. And, um, and like I said, maybe I'll do a couple, again, not doing real shows, but maybe just doing a testing of the recording stuff. We'll see. And then other than that, I will see you guys, in the post, and hopefully we'll be raring to go on January 8th, the first show back. And it'll be great, So again, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it all. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year. Because I wanted to make sure I said that verbally enough. And thank you again to everybody. I see everybody, awesome people that are always watching with me every week. So that is it. Thank you so much. 2021 is almost over, but pretty close enough. And let's enjoy the holidays. Let's all be with our families and friends. And that's it. All right. So thanks again for everything, for all you've done for me this year. And I appreciate it. So you guys have been watching Adam, the Black Swamp Medium. This has been Mid-Morning Medium Chat, signing off for 2021. And we'll be back again on January 8th in 2022. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.